Hi, I'm Leanne Martin, a clinical hypnotherapist in Minnesota, and I got a couple more addiction myths that I want to talk to you about. Now, a lot of people think that in order to stop an addiction, you have to stop it completely. Actually, from a hypnotic point of view, that's not a truth. You can actually bring things down to where the person controls something. For example, a gambling addiction. They say, I want to gamble $20 once a week. And you can actually, at a hypnotic point of view, you can do that. The idea being that the reason the person's gambling, drinking, doing drugs, uh, porno addictions, whatever it is that they're escaping from some emotions. If you get all of those emotions, those major emotions dealt with at a hypnotic, at a subconscious level, that person actually can be like other people where they do something a little bit. They make a decision, this is my limit, this is what I think's okay, and they stop there. Some people say, look, I'll have 2 drinks in a night once a week or twice a week, and that's all they drink. Or they say, well, I'll gamble once a week and my limit is $50. Whatever it is, that can be a way to handle things. Some people just want to completely stop what the addiction is, and that's also a good thing, because do you really need to drink? Do you really need to gamble? No, not really. Not really. So you might choose to do that because it's not particularly a healthy thing. The other thing is, the other myth that people think is that addictions run in families. Wrong. In my opinion, as a hypnotherapist, that's wrong. What runs in families is their way of handling emotional issues and escaping from them. They haven't got an answer, so they need to escape somewhere. So they escape to a place where they don't have to think about the emotional issue. So that carried down through the family. It's, from the parents and the grandparents and all the way, not to blame anyone. The people didn't have answers to how to relate and improve relationships, so they did escape. That doesn't mean that the children and the grandchildren and the rest need to learn that same escape. They can learn how to relate properly if they get their issues handled. The other myth I wanted to talk about is that some people have addictions that they say are okay. For example, working too much. Or porn addiction. Who am I hurting? Just looking at pornographic images. Who am I hurting? Well, if you are doing anything in excess, who you're hurting might be yourself or might be the people you love. So if you are spending too much time looking at porn and you're not spending time with your wife, you're hurting your wife. If you're spending too much time working and not spending time with your children, you're hurting your children or your wife or your husband, whoever's doing too much work. So once again, those myths are that if you want to stop an addiction, you have to stop it completely. No, you can stop it to a reasonable degree. The other myth is that addictions run in families. No, in my opinion, emotional problems are being solved the same way from one generation to the next. The other myth is that some addictions are okay because they're not hurting anyone. No, I disagree. Because if you are spending excess time in doing a particular thing too much, someone is hurting. Either you are, because you're not living life where you should be and relating to people, or the people who love you are missing out on you. Just wanted you to hear from a hypnotic kind of hypnosis point of view.